part 10, From His Partner to His Prey. Now, I gotta backtrack a little bit because I skipped ahead to the third baby without talking about the drama in between with the first two. So, after the son was born, and I got he looked just like you. Tyler was very disappointed because, like I was saying, Tyler kept mentioning how bad he wanted mixed kids. And I am the more melanated of the two of us. So, shortly after, I want to say the baby was a few months old, probably close to 6 months old, and the oldest was, headed into her birthday. So, I let him know that, no, he had to go to training, and because he was getting ready to get deployed. And so he had to leave and go to training, but during that process, while he was gone, before he came home, my aunt passed. Now, the aunt that passed was the aunt that actually saved my life. Like, she literally saved me from drowning. I almost drowned myself, my mom, my sister, and my cousin. So my aunt actually saved me. She jumped in the pool and saved my life. So when she passed, it was very, 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 very emotional for me because she was literally my lifesaver. So it was around Thanksgiving, and like I said, Tyler was gone to training. So when I got the news, my mom was like, I'll pay for your flight. We're going to get you to the service so you can, send your aunt off. So I get the ticket from my mom. Everything gets secured, gets planned. I fly out back home to go bury my aunt. Well, I end up flying out the day that Tyler flew in. As he was returning from training, I was leaving out to go home. Tyler calls me once I let him know that we've landed, and he calls me and proceeds to go off on me, telling me that, your aunt's dead. She not going to know that you there or not. You should have stayed home. It's Thanksgiving. You need to be here cooking my food. So at that point, I'm livid. I mean, I can't believe he said something like this to me. Like, hello? So I was like, that's not okay. That's not cool. You know how important she is to me. And I don't appreciate you saying that. Like, I don't ever have to come back home. So Tyler started threatening to cut off my phone. He actually did indeed cut the phone off. While I was home for my aunt's funeral, I ended up talking to my family, letting them know what was going on, and because he cut my phone off, and people were trying to reach me. And so I had to go get a new phone, brand new phone plan and everything while I was up there. I'm talking to my family, letting them know what's going on, and the cousin who I actually used to stay with when I left college before I found out I was pregnant, the cousins whose house I was living at, they were actually former military. So, the husband was like trying to explain to me, trying to basically give me some insight on where Tyler could be coming from and why he could be feeling that way. And, kind of just letting me know to give him a little bit of grace. And I was trying to be there in that moment with him. Yet Tyler kept threatening to divorce me. He kept, making it seem like if I didn't come home, we weren't going to be together. So I was like, we won't be together because I'm not coming home. If this is how you treating me and I just lost somebody that's close to me, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm not coming back. So Like I said, I had already got me a new phone because he had cut the old one off. And he was threatening, you know, I'll just ship you the rest of your stuff, you know what I'm saying, for you and them kids. Like, he was ready to just throw us away. And I was like, damn, you know? Like, at that point, I questioned, why did I get married? Like, who did I get married to? And am I gonna be able to deal with this? Am I gonna be able to stay? Because I was confused. I was hurt. I was thrown off. So we have the funeral. My family knows what's going on. Everybody's, you know, rallying around me, trying to help me in any way that they can, trying to put stuff in order so that I can, you know, get my stuff. Because I told my family, I said, no, I'm not going to have him ship nothing to me. I'm going to go get my stuff, and I'm coming back. So after the funeral, I go back home. Tyler picks us up from the airport, and the mood is weird. The ride home was pretty quiet for an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half ride from where we live to the airport. So it was a long, long ride. We get back home, and Tyler has notes everywhere, sweet little I love yous. He's got Post-its all over the house with cute little love messages and, you know, apologizing, and he's so sorry. He done went all out. And I mean, you would have thought it was like a rom-com, because the way that he like had these Post-its, he had, you know, wrote on the tissue, I just want you to know that you're the shit. Like, stuff like that. Like, everywhere, all over the house. Every mirror that I would look into, everywhere that he knew that I would frequent, he placed a special note there for me. So I got home, and of course, me being a woman and being, you know, still vulnerable and wanting my marriage to work, you know, I was like, okay, he's remorseful, you know, he's not feeling the same way as he was when he was on the phone. Maybe he really was just hurt and didn't know how to express, you know, what he was actually feeling. So I'm at the house, and things are okay, and, you know, we cool. Before the pregnancy of the third child came, Tyler and I were not cool. Tyler and I got on bad terms, and that whole facade that he put on from my aunt passing to me coming back and making it seem like he really wanted me, that didn't last long. It lasted maybe a couple months. After that couple months, it was over, and he was back to being a jerk. Wanted to smell me when I came in the house. I had, you know, started meeting people, like I said, the spouses from the work group, his work group. I started meeting the spouses and hanging out with them. He wanted receipts of what I was spending when I was getting diapers. He wanted to smell me when I was coming in the house. He wanted to know who I was with, where I was going, what time I was coming back. It started to get to be a lot, a whole lot. And it was so much that I was like, okay, I can't deal with this. And I started to pull back. And when I started to pull back, I was, you know, really on the brink of setting myself up to leave. And that's when I found out I was pregnant with the third baby. So, yeah, part 11 up next.